Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
Hi. Hey. What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Big Shook, host of the Undrafted Outlaw Sports Show. Man, listen, if you want some real down south, Louisiana-style Cajun food, you need to go check out DB's Cajun Kitchen. Yo, they got lobster and grits, seafood boils, signature fries, signature po' boys, signature egg rolls, and desserts. Oh, and my favorite, them gumbo tacos. Yo, they open from 11 to 8, Wednesday to Monday, 11 to 5:30 on Sunday. Located in North Las Vegas at 4343 North Rancho Drive. They even have to-go orders and catering. Hit them up, 725-780-1850, or go to the website, dbcajunkitchen.com. So, yo, don't just tell your friends about me. Tell them about DB's Cajun Kitchen.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
What it do? It's hump day, baby. It's Juneteenth, and it's the birthday of my alma mater, Tennessee State University. Happy 112, the year the players dwell, to the TSU, the Tennessee State University. What up, Shy J? What's going on, brother? Happy Juneteenth to you, my man. What's going on, Queen B24, Mrs. Contreras, everybody tuning in today. Glad to have y'all in here, tuning in and tapping in with the homie on the #1 advice column online or live and in person. That means y'all can come in here and sit down in the studio. Y'all can get online with me, hit me up on the live, and we can get your opinion as well, because you know I love pulling from the peanut gallery. Y'all know I love my peanut gallery out there, because y'all always got your popcorn ready and your peanuts ready to throw. You know, that's how it is, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all that come and tune in and tap in with the homie every Wednesday from 3 to 4. What's going on, Jeep casting, crate carving going on out there? But yeah, so I appreciate everybody who tunes in and taps in with me, and y'all know what I like to say. This is an advice column, right? It's an advice line, but the thing about it is I never tell you what to do. I just give you options of what can be done, and you deal with it accordingly based off what you tell me in your letter and how you want to move forward. What up, Al Rich up in this thing? What up with your homie? Superman of the Car B is also one of my favorite marathoners out there. You inspire me, Al Rich. What's going on, Jay Castile, JJ in this thing? Would you say this is the fastest hour of your life, Mrs. Contreras? I appreciate it. That means we keep things flowing and rolling. You know what I'm saying? So we doing it like that, how we do. Like I say, this isn't advice column, but I never tell you what to do. I just tell you what can be done based off the letters that y'all send me and the way I dissect them, and then my peanut gallery helps tune in and tap in as well. So as they come in, and as y'all come in, I like to make sure I shout y'all out, because it's important to me that y'all let me know that y'all here, and I'll let y'all know that I see y'all presence in the building. So if I miss it, charge it to my eyeballs and to my mind and not to my heart. But today is one that's close to my heart, because I got a few people that fit under this category, and they all different flavors and colors and things of that nature. What up, Lace Pie? Tuning in, tapping in with me over there at Holla at the Homie. What up, Dakarai? Going on with you? Wagwan, brother. What's going on, Jazzy Jazz? Uncle, yeah, your uncle's still in this thing like a wedgie, baby. What's going on, Jorge? I hope you work tonight so we can discuss this topic as well, because y'all know I'm headed. For those of y'all who got a chance to get off the plantation today, salute to y'all. You know, like, again, it is Juneteenth. You know, if y'all don't know what the history behind it is, look it up. But I'll tell you, in 1862 is when they declared that slavery was actually over, but there was still some people that didn't know about it, and all the way in Texas until a couple years later. But that was the declaration of the day, June 19th, 1862. But that's how it goes down here. But you can do your own research. But again, it is also the birthday of the #1 school in the land, the TSU. That's the Tennessee State University. 112 years old today. That's what I'm talking about. That's how we do things. On a significant day, we make it a day for us too. But you know how it is. I tell you all the time, like, this is my disclaimer. I never, ever, 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 never have ever been to school. Well, I've taken one psychology course. That was a prerequisite. What's up, Precious Cuts? What's going on with you there, lady? I never, ever, ever, ever have ever taken any courses that gear me towards getting a degree and or certificate in counseling, psychology, or psychiatry. But like I let y'all know, what up, Knockout? What I let y'all know is that I have lived a very full and colorful life. And in that life, I've not only lived it, and I've also been close enough to other people who allow me to live vicariously through them. And I sponge up some of that game off of them, and I wrench it back out to y'all right here across the airwaves. So big ups to all my people out there that's sitting here and trying to figure out what's going on with today's topic. So you know how we do. We got a question that's on somebody's mind, and they send me an email. It's a long one too. Y'all know how I get when it be these long ones, man. I be like, woo, I gotta dissect, break them down. Y'all see me over here writing and scribbling and all kind of stuff, taking notes, because that's what I do. I make sure I appreciate and treat everybody's issues, questions, or concerns in the same matter. So let's dive right into it, right? So again, we got the letter for the day it reads, Dear Holla at the Homie, I have a simmering question that I would really appreciate your assistance with. Let me start by saying that I'm a 26-year-old recent college graduate who spent 4 years in the military prior to attending school. I grew up on one of the roughest sides of my hometown with pretty much the same friends I've had since elementary school. My best friend's name is Cody. He was the only white kid in our neighborhood growing up. He and his mom moved into our building when we were both in the 2nd grade. Everybody embraced Cody when they first moved in. It was like he was already a part of the crew from day one. So naturally, growing up, Cody would do everything the rest of us would do. That would include dressing like us and talking like us. So it never seemed out of place when talking smack or cracking jokes with the rest of the crew that Cody would also say the word nigga. Don't get me wrong, Cody knew when to say it and when not to say it and who to say it around. He wasn't a fool or anything. It was just something that naturally flowed off his tongue whenever he was around all of us, usually in all of our own world situations. Fast forward to today. When I went away to the military, so did Cody. Different branches, but we both shipped off to be soldiers. I got out after 4 years and went into college. Cody stayed in the entire time, which meant he was around a lot different demographics and saw a lot more action than I did while enlisted. Now, recently, at my college graduation, Cody showed up in full military dress blues, hair high and tight in the whole 9. After the ceremony, we were all in the foyer of the auditorium. It was me, Cody, and damn near the entire neighborhood crew. When out of nowhere, somebody starts to play the music from a Bluetooth speaker. As soon as the song came on, all of us recognized it as our neighborhood block anthem. None other than No Limit Records' very own C Murder's Down for My Niggas. And we absolutely lost it. All of us, including Cody. The celebration was short-lived, though, as there was another group or family close to us gathered taking pictures with their graduate as well. As soon as that family saw Cody was singing along with us just as hard as anybody, a couple of the dudes in that group rushed over in an aggressive fashion with dislike or disapproval for what Cody was participating in our celebration. Now, we were able to squash this without any physical confrontations, but it left a stain on a day that should have been all about celebrating. Now, my question to you, homie, is this. Was the other family wrong for approaching us and questioning why we allowed Cody to use that word? Or are we at fault for allowing Cody to use it all these years without having an issue? Sincerely, really down for my niggas. Ooh. First of all, I gotta say what up, Stacks J, nephew in the building. What's up with you, Michael Denardi? What's happening with you, pimpin'? Woo! See, now this one, This one, you know, like when you playing and stuff, when you're a kid, you play with little guns, but then you throw a grenade and the grenade spread a little bit, you know, in your mind, spreads a little bit further than the rest of the artillery that you were busting with. This one hit closer to me than I've ever had. Well, not closer than any letter I've had, but this is one of the closest letters that hit home to me than any of the other ones that have been presented. So I'm glad I was able to do this. Would you say they were absolutely wrong? They don't know the history, and they all had mind your business. Okay, that's Mrs. Contreras. She's saying that. Would you say I like hard hitting questions like this, or hey, I'm down with them too. So like this one hit close to home because anybody who knows me, I got a circle of friends that I've had close to 30 years. Damn near, it'd be 30 years next year. It'd be 30 years I've had mostly the same circle of friends, right? Because and one of those friends is white as this white can be. White as this white can be. You say this exactly, Dak. This one's close to the vest because I'm talking about y'all right now. I'm talking about my circle. And one of my friends is white as white can be in color only. Because if you close your eyes and you listen to him talk, or if you watch him move, if he had on a hoodie going the other direction, you would not know that you would think he was albino. If you caught a glimpse of his skin, you would not know that he wasn't a brother. No lie about it. You know, no questions, ifs, ands, or buts about it. And we became friends in the 90s. So, this was, even things were even more tense. Well, I ain't gonna say even more tense because they became more tense later on in 2020 or something like that. But things were kind of like that was a pressing issue at the time. People weren't saying N-word, like people just saying nigga. No, everybody got politically correct, start saying N-word. Just say the word nigga. Because it got different meanings to different people. It means to me, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. To other people, got its own meanings. But that being said, my friend, I'm going to just say his name, Josh. My friend, one of my best friends on the planet, his name is Josh, right? Back in the day, it was the natural thing. Josh would be like, what's up, my nigga? And we went to a black college, the Tennessee State University. And he's on campus with us. And he's using this verbiage, amongst all of us, But again, Josh was like Cody. He knew when and when not to drop that down like that. But one thing I have noticed that coming into the new age of things what's up, lady? Tierra Lady Wilson. But coming into the new age of things around George Floyd and everything like that, I've noticed Josh taper it off a whole lot. Damn. And as I say his name, he pop on here. What up, Allen Viberson? But I noticed he tapered it off a little taste. But again, it's because he a respectable person. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like Miss Contreras on some, right? Like I said, I always play angel's advocate, devil's advocate. So I'm like Miss Contreras, would you say, she asking the questions, let's say we had a family that was of color. That me, for instance, I look white, but I'm Mexican. I'm just saying, I know you Mexican. I know you are Mrs. Contreras. I know this. I know you and your daughters. You know what I mean? I love y'all. And your husband. I met him before. But the thing about it is and I know how people my homeboy JJ, who's on here right now. JJ, I say what's up to him now, to this day. And when I see him today, I'm going to say what's up, my nigga. I know I am. Because that's how our verbiage goes. And JJ Mexican like a mud, but he about brown as me. You know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact I probably will say that to him today just based off this conversation because he's tuned in. Because he's tuned into this conversation. And again, like I said, I play angel's advocate and devil's advocate because this word has a history behind it. And some people look at it as if you take the power away by using it. That's what black people say. What's up, Pam? Black people say, well, we can say it because we're taking the power away from it. You know what I'm saying? We're taking the power away from it, and I get all of that. I understand that because that's one take on it, and some people are like, well, it's an A and not an ER. You know what I mean? And so that's another right to look at it because the ER gets you put in the ER. That's the old phrase we used to live by. You dropped ER, you getting dropped and put in the ER. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. It was words to a song. You understand what I'm saying? That's another thing you got to look at, the context of which this was busted out like that. These people had an issue while they celebrating, and there's a song coming on, and everybody in the circle is singing the song. Even Cody with the high and tight, Even Cody with the high and tight, I know he was like, this is our anthem since the second, third grade or whenever this song came out. We've been saying, dun, 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 dun. What'd you say, Pam? You say, this is a 5-minute day for you. Because I say, no, have a good day. and I'll get you on that too, Pam. I get it. And what you say, Jorge, I think is within the context. It depends on how you use it and meticulously of the word, just a lyric, and that's true. It is a lyric. These are words to a song. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't get mad at somebody if they singing a song. You can't. I mean, in my opinion, IMO. This is IMO. You can't get mad at somebody for singing a song. But it's all about how you want to embrace that person. If you want, because my thing is, if it's an issue, because he's questioning truly down for my niggas. He asked, is it the family wrong or are he and his friends wrong for allowing Cody to ride this long without ever saying anything? Because if they met in the was it second or third grade, so you 7, 8 years old, and you 26 and he 26 now, so that means that's 20 years, that's 2 decades that they've been letting this ride. What's going on, Miss JoJo? That's 20 years plus that they've been letting this ride, right? So the question about it all is, how do you embrace it? If it's an issue to you now you ask the question, now you got to go back and talk to Cody if it's becoming an issue to you. If it's becoming something, what's going on, Jay Royal official, nephew in the building, if it's becoming an issue for you, then by all means, then you gotta be able to address your friend, your brother from another mother. You said it was a totally different family, right? Yeah, it wasn't the family of the graduate that's writing the letter. No, it was a family close to them that was taking pictures with their family as well, and they saw Cody getting in with him and his family, and they got mad. They came to press the issue. And I understand how, and I'm glad that they said that they were able to get out of this without any physical confrontations, because it could get ugly. It could get ugly. You know what I mean? This word has caused pain throughout history. And again, I'm a firm believer it is not the message, it's the delivery. And this is on both sides of it. I mean, this is on singing the song, looking at it in that context, and also the delivery when you go ask these questions to Cody. And I get that, yeah, and I feel like you feel like they need to mind their business. And Cody and the crew and down for my niggas, I'm pretty sure they could have approached it with the same thing, like mind y'all business. Y'all not over here with us. Go take y'all selfies over there. They could have approached it in that way, right? So it's so many different ways that you can approach this. You know what I mean? It's so many different ways. What's up, Manny B? So many different ways that you can approach this because it's about the context in which you receive it. You can't get upset with the people. You can't be, if I were to dive into it, I wouldn't be mad at the other family for coming over and approaching us, because again, I got to look at it from their lens as well, so I wouldn't be upset with them. Exactly, because the friends and the crew don't have a problem with it. And what you say, I think we should stop using it in songs. There's 500,000 words in the Oxford Dictionary. I'm with you on that. Because even when I'm singing it and stuff in public, and if I'm doing karaoke or something, and it's a mixed room, to prevent anybody's discomfort, I use the word player in lieu of the word nigga. I don't even use the word hitter. I use the word player. You know what I mean? Just to make you realize, like, I'm still talking about me. I'm that player. I ain't got to be that nigga. I can be that player. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, as a grown person, you have to be able to utilize your entire vocabulary. And I'm totally with you on that, Pam. I'm totally with you on that. That's the same thing I feel about gangbanging in songs and, calling women bitches in songs. Like, it's so many other words that you can hit them with. You can say chick instead of bitch and it'll still rhyme. What's up, BNGB? You know what I mean? There's so many words you can use instead of nigga that'll still rhyme. You can use hitter. You can use player. You can use big figures. Like, it's so many ways you can still rhyme in songs and not have to use that verbiage. So again, I can't be upset with the other family because they're from the outside looking into the situation. Right? So when you're looking into the situation and you're not involved inside of it with, the nuances of what's going on with it, then you have a skewed view of what's actually happening. Again, they may be from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They may be from somewhere where that word right now will get somebody pulverized with the A or an ER. You know what I mean? So you got to think of it in a way like, okay, I understand where you coming from because I want you to try to understand where I'm coming from. That's along the lines of that communication again. And I get that. And I get that. Like Mrs. Contreras, I see that they can see that nobody else over there with them had a problem with it. And I get it. I get it. But then I still can't fault them for having an issue with it. Because again, I don't know their history with the word. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's certain words I don't like certain people to say. I'm not going to say them on here because then somebody can use it and try to get under my skin like tattoo ink. Like it's certain words and verbiage that I don't like anybody to say. You know, but when they do it, you know, I just try to be like, maybe that's just what they came up on. You know, maybe that's just how they rock. You said, what would I do? In that situation, I would have diffused it. And in that whole situation, I would have actually brought, to be told, I would have brought my nigga Cody on over there. Like, hey, come here, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, check this out, man. Me and this cat been da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I understand where you coming from. But again, this our celebration, you know, and I wouldn't ask you to ostracize anybody you saw as family from your celebration because I'm outside of your celebration looking in it. Again, but I'm a words guy until the words don't work anymore. Then it's a different story. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Dakari. Use ninja. Walter Williams, Dakari, ninja works. All of those words work in lieu of. So again, yes, we wish the word was out the vocabulary, but right now we're dealing with an issue that says they used it. It's in the mix. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm the same person saying this, but the same person my friends call racist because I ain't going to tell you why, because it's about a rapper, and I can't tell you why my friends call me racist about a rapper. But, you know, so it's all about context. It's all subjective, right? Like, how was it, you know, they don't know that they crew grew up thick as thieves. You know, they don't understand that. They don't know what they've been through. They don't know that Cody may have whooped somebody's ass for using it against them before. They don't know. We not even privy to that. I don't even know, you know, because truth be told, I know if I was throwing blows regardless of who it was against and Josh Blevins was right there, he gonna throw blows with me against anybody. He ain't gonna dip out. Joey Blanco gonna be right there. So it's about the context. He don't know that they thick as thieves. But then again, you say you clearly missed the story. I'm going to tell you the story. So what it was, I'm going to break it down again because I like to keep people caught into the loop. We got a letter from a dude called Strictly Down for, I'm really down for my niggas, right? And he wrote a letter, said at his college graduation, that him and one of his homeboys who he'd been friends with since the second grade, the only white dude in their neighborhood who dressed like them, talked like them, used nigga usually on a regular basis, but then they went off and he came to the graduation dressed in military attire. Now, they both been to the military, but only he still was in it, right? So high and tight at the graduation, boom. Fast forward, they anthem came on. And it said, you know, dun 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 dun, you know, and Cody singing along. So another family came and was like, hey, what's up with that? That ain't cool, blah, 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 blah. But they talked it out, squashed it, blah, blah, blah. So now the question that the writer says is, were the other family wrong for approaching them, or were they wrong for allowing Cody to ride for 20 plus years, being able to get away with that without having an issue with it? So now I'm discussing it, saying like, you know, it's all about the context. You got to know the history of the people involved in it. Because again, I expressed to them how my homeboy, Joey Blanco, how we converse all the time. You know, and throughout history, he done used that word plenty of times. But I noticed also that he knows when and where. You know what I mean? Like, he's respectful. Cody got caught up in the moment. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because again, like, because my whole thing is this, the same people that be having an issue with like maybe one of the closest friends, the brother saying it, don't have no problem with Fat Joe saying it. They ain't got no problem with Fat Joe busting in every song. Me and my niggas don't dance, we just pull up our pants and do the rock away. So again, it's subjective. What'd you say, Mrs. Banks? They're both wrong. Why is Cody saying it? And that family should mind their business unless it was on Juneteenth. Now, if he was out there doing it today, I can get that. I can get it. You know, everybody gonna be like, my granny don't like that. You know, I get that. You know, and again, I'm looking at both sides. Both sides have some type of some weight. Some people, both sides bring a little bit of fish to the fry, You say if I let a friend slide, they also know that it won't stop it from getting jumped when they use it. And that's, you gotta let it be known. But what'd you say, Walter Williams? It's a difference between nigga and nigger. It's a dictionary somewhere. And I get that. And I told you, that's what I said earlier. Like the A is different than the ER. The ER gets you put in the ER. So again, like I know for a fact, the big question is, that I think right here, let me rewind. Let me go back to the subject, right? The big question is, was the other family wrong for stepping in and asking the question about Cody using the word, right? All right, let's break it down. Let me break it down. I wrote some notes here, right? So first off, I say, like, it's important to acknowledge the deep, painful history of this word. Like I said before, it's history involved in it, right? If the word carries that much weight and there's a lot, it can trigger some people's reactions. We talked about triggers. These are things that you don't know where they come from, how somebody gets triggered in a different type of way, right? So for a lot of black people, hearing that word from each other, it's usual like an embrace. It's a what's up, dog? What's up, homie? But then it's like a double-edged, it's a catch-22 if anybody else use it. But it's okay for the songs, but then it's not okay for nobody else to sing the songs. So it's like, it's two sides to every coin, right? So you can look at it on one side like that ain't cool, and look on the other side be like, it is what it is. So you moving forward, down for my niggas, I would just say, if you're having an internal issue with it, then this is something that you can address with not only Cody, but your circle as well. Because I'm pretty sure y'all done talked about it. I'm pretty sure Cody talked about it. Y'all talked about it with him afterwards, like, man, don't trip, homie, whatever. I don't know what your comforting words to Cody might have been after it was all said and done, right? But I'm pretty sure that y'all did. Would you say they're white ninjas too? I'm sure the crew's been calling him ninja for 20. They have. I know they've been calling him that. What you say, Joey Blanco? You say the family wasn't wrong at all. They had full right to say something. But I don't care what race you are. If you're around people who are using towards every day, you're gonna pick it up and pick up their lingo. And what you say, Al Rich? I don't think they were wrong to speak up. It depends on their delivery when they address it. Exactly. And what you say, Joey Blanco? Even if it's bad lingo, this is exactly what I'm saying. What you say, Antonio Rivera? Scandalous. What's that say? I don't even know what that say. Saludos, Gabo. I need to translate. Translate that for me over there, engineer. Hit that translate button on that one time for me. I know it's over there. What did it say? Greetings? Greetings, homie. What's up, baby? But I love it. But the thing about it is, like, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's all about the delivery. It's not really about the message, so what I'm saying? So, like, in this specific situation, Cody grew up as a part of the crew. Like, he grew up, and like Joey Blanco said, like Alan Viberson said, like, no matter where you grow up, like if I grew up in, let's say, somewhere where they talk different than the way I talk, I would have gathered that lingo. Like, I spent 12 years in Nashville, Tennessee, and I still ain't been able to get rid of that twang. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to, through osmosis, adopt every bit of parts that are around you. Like they say, you are the 5 people you're around the most, right? So if the 5 people you're around the most cuss like sailors, guess who else gonna cuss like a sailor? You. Oh, foot good, Antonio. My foot good, man. I'm back off that off day. What's up, Mario Curtis? What up, man? But like the thing about, and that's what people gotta understand, like your environment determines like how you operate and move. If you grew up somewhere where hustling was your main factor, you're going to be a hustler even as you get into the corporate world. Ask my homie Al Rich. He grew up around hustlers, you know what I mean? So he hit the ground running and been hustling ever since. His nickname, Hustle Man. That don't mean he's a hustler to get over on you. He just know how to make money in any situation. Exactly. Like if you grew up in Detroit, what up, though, is just a part of, that's like saying, how you doing? You know what I mean? And see, that's what I'm saying. Joey Blanco said, I stopped using the word because of you. You made me conscious of it. Now I use Bubba. It was always aware that there always may be consequences. Exactly. You hear what he just said? The man just said, the same dude who I just described and said, like, all these things are how I can relate to this question in this letter, just said he stopped using it because of me. Because I gave him the rundown like Pamela Torre said that she would have done. Say, look, you good, but just know that there's consequences. And that's exactly what Josh said. He changed his whole vocab. What up, Bubba? You know what I'm saying? And that fits. Like I say, what's up, killer? Instead of saying, what's up, nigga? If you hear me say, what up, killer? That means I'm saying, I'm giving you a salutation. I'm not calling you a killer. I'm just saying, what up, killer? You know, it's a word that rhymes and the dun-dun. It's still the same amount of syllable sounds. You know, so I get that, and I appreciate you for saying that, Josh. I do. What up, Sterling Armstrong in the building? So that's the thing. Like, so when somebody in your crew grew up around you and they've been using this lingo, if you develop an issue with them using it, maybe you go off and you get, you know, power to the people real quick, and you don't want your homie to come back and be like, hey, man, you know, like even Pac said it, like, you know, he came out of the pen, now he got to go to the mosque, no longer chase tail. You know, so you got, when you come back and you grow from different things, you express these things to those who you want to keep and grow with you. You know, like Josh said, we grew together in that based off the conversation. Yeah, you don't, and that's right, Jorge, you never hear me say that word. You don't. I always say killer or player. What up, player? What up, pimpin'? What up, killer? I'll use any word because I'm a wordsmith. I use a lot of different words, you know. I'm able to kind of like, you know, verbalize and myself in a lot of different ways. And that's what I'm saying. I say what's up to people every time. If I look you in your eyeball, I'm going to say what's up to you. It's rude for me not to. So if I got to find a way to verbalize that, if most things, I'm going to know your name. I'm going to know people's name because it's respect in people's name, you know. Would you say it was a moment of celebration? Maybe they never use it besides that. And that's my whole thing, too. Cody May ain't said that word since he got in the military because he said he'd been around different demographics, meaning like if Cody in the military, he still come back high and tight. That means he been around some folks that's high and tight, too. You know, all them don't say the same thing. Some of their flags got stars and bars. What'd you say? If UGK song Murder come on, you rapping every word. You better, because that's our cut. That's our song. That's our ish. You know what I mean? So it's certain things, you know, that you have to have a conceptual understanding within yourself. Right? Talking to my therapist today, actually. And she was talking about how, like, you know, first I have to get a grip on how things inside me make me feel before I can express to other people how they make me feel. I got to get a grip on it, right? So that lets me further know that when it comes to people having these conversations, hey, Aunt Shelley, when it comes to people having these conversations, you got to be understanding within yourself, Mr. Down for my niggas. You got to be understanding within yourself how it makes you feel before you go to Cody and you discuss how it makes y'all feel together as friends, as brothers, right? Maybe you'll have the outcome me and Allen Viverson had, or the one that Pam Torre had with her friends. And, you know, maybe it'll work out for the best and it'll keep situations from like that occurring. Because again, and especially in today's day and time, it's a pressure cooker out there. It's a pressure cooker out there, man, especially in social circles, within conversational circles, and who can do what and who's okay with what and who's got what privileges and stuff like that. So it's always going to be certain people that question certain things, no, regardless where you go. I don't care where you go. Somebody's going to question how you talk. Like I cuss like a sailor, but do y'all hardly ever hear me cuss on air? Just because in the movie Malcolm X, Denzel Washington said a man cusses because he doesn't have the words to say. Oh, that stuck with me all these years since the 90s. I'm like, damn, you tell me I don't have the words to say. I got plenty of words up in this dome of mine. You know, so that, and so it's all about like being authentically you. Would you say the group doesn't have a problem? It's the nosy ass people that were around. It was a moment of excitement for the crew, and it was definitely a moment of excitement for that crew. And I'm low key pissed that because he made it a point to say it put a damper on the situation. It was supposed to be a day of celebration. Oh yeah, Walter. Opinions and excuses, both of them are like assholes. Everybody got them, and most of the time they stink. You know, opinions and excuses are like assholes. Everybody got them, and most of the time they stink. So everybody got an opinion. Everybody got an excuse about something. But, you know, it's all up to you. Again, it's subjective when it comes to how you move outside of there. And and you know what? And I feel you on that, Mrs. Contreras. She said, come on, this dude is in uniform. And that could have triggered two different ways. You know, because, you know, a lot of times now, you know, since Colin Kaepernick, black folks see military people and they look at us like, you know, we look at it as like, oh, man, it's, you know, they think of it like if a white military dude, you automatically think he's racist. That's just a psychological thing. Until you get to know them, till you converse with them, most of the time, I'm going to say it flat out, 9 times out of 10, if a black person see a white military person in uniform, they're going to think off top they racist before they even say a word. I'm just telling you, that's a feeling ever since the take a knee Colin Kaepernick situation. I believe it's been like that. I hate that that's the climate of the world. But I'm telling you, until that person says something, they converse with them. 'Cause I got some homies in the military that's white as snow, but they cool, but they don't really, you know, use ninja or nothing like that. But they just cool. They not racist. They more relatable. But if you just saw them, oh, it's definitely a terrible stereotype. Terrible stereotype. But it's also the opposite end of if you see a black dude in a hoodie, you think he a robber. He could be out working out. And now I'm not saying like that's right to think that either, but I know that a lot of people clutch their purse, do things of that nature when it comes to somebody of color, especially black. So yeah, these stereotypes as a whole are foul. Foul stereotypes as a whole are foul. And you know, for people to fall victim to them or even people be subjected to them, then that's not a good feeling for either side of them. You know, if I'm to stereotype somebody and I feel bad afterwards, and I know why I feel bad, because I put them in a category which way they didn't belong. You know? So again, it's all about the context. It's subjective. So they might have seen him and saying, like, well, who is this, you know, high and tight hillbilly? Not knowing that he more hood than most of them probably are. That part, you know? But again, and what you say, Walter Williams, uniforms on blacks or whites, it's a stereotype, period. And that's true. That's true. A lot of black folks see black folks in military uniforms and be like, y'all not for us. And I don't know why that stereotype is there, but it is. Who knows why any stereotypes come about? They suck. They're horrible, but it's the way people feel sometimes. You know, so, you know, Cody's use of the word in public, you know, yes, it created a ish storm in a way, you know. But again, people don't understand the context behind it. They don't know the backstory. It can be seen as a violation to a lot of people. And if people feel violated, then most likely they're going to speak up on it. Most people, not all. Most people will speak up on it if they feel violated in any way. What's going on, Crystal? You know what I mean? So, like, when you talk to Cody, what'd you say, Sterling? The empowerment of changing a negative term to a positive. Nigga is our word for not enough for non-niggas are receiving neck chops for using it. You said people receiving neck chops for non-people. And I get everybody's take on it. I do, and I respect everybody's take on it. Because it's a place of sensitivity, you know, because I'm able to look at it objectively. Again, I've never been to law school, so I don't own a gavel to judge you, to judge anybody for how you feel. What'd you say? Who is this cracker-ass cracker? Let's check him over the word ninja. And you put LOL. I get that. And nobody. And I get it. And I get that's probably how they were feeling at the time. It was like, who the hell is dude? And how you feel like he can just say this out in public and we not going to say nothing? That's probably the way they took that. Again, that's an assumption by me. I don't know how they took it. What up, Buckatani? You know what I'm saying? So, like, again, I got a lot of friends, you know, associates, friends, comrades who aren't black. You know, not a lot of them use it, you know. But then again, I look at it in the context. Where you grow up? What you know about this? You know what I mean? How are you using it? And again, saying it and using it are two different things. That's why I put in my title, is it okay for them to say / use? Because saying it is just quoting a song. Using it is in your dialogue. Look at it like that. You know, is it okay? Look deep down inside yourself. You know, how do you feel when comedians are on stage and they got white folks laughing their ass off about, you say, what's my answer? 360. you always try. Again, I never give a what to do. I just give options of what can be done. So my answer still is encompassed within that. You know what I'm saying? Like my answer lies in that. One, I addressed the first question. Was the other family wrong? In IMO, no, they weren't wrong. What's up, PD? No, they weren't wrong. It's just all about how the message was delivered based off their how they feel. You know, like they can convey the message in so many different ways. Be like, hey man, let me pull you to the side real quick, homeboy. What up, little homie? Let me talk to you. Like, you know, why y'all letting y'all homies say this? That ain't cool to us. Like, that don't sit right with us. Like, if that was a conversation, then that was a grown-up, professional man way to say it. Like, you know, they didn't interrupt the celebration, but that wasn't the way it was said because they just said they came over in an aggressive manner, but they were able to handle it without any physical confrontations. So they let me know it was some verbal altercations, but no physical altercations, you know? So, like, again, were they wrong? No, they weren't wrong. They were just expressing what they felt about the history behind that word and what it made them feel. So it opened up a conversation. So that's why I say they weren't wrong, because it allowed you to look at it in a different type of way, like to ask the other question, are y'all wrong for letting Cody slide for so long? You can always have those conversations with Cody about like, hey, remember how my graduation stuff got a little topsy-turvy, got a little woo-hoo, you know? Let's figure out how to not make that happen ever again. You know, because you my brother, and I want to make sure you good. And I want to make sure you out in the world and you good, and you don't slip up and say this out there in the world when it's not us there to protect you. Or I want you to say it around some of your friends who use it differently with a couple of different letters at the end, you know, and you think it's okay around them because you say and they say I don't know. You know, so many different ways you can converse with your friend, your crew / your brother, Cody. Right? So that's what I say. That's my answer. Like, approach Cody with the right information about how you feel. But first, like I said, you got to embrace and understand truly how it makes you feel. Because it seems like right now you're a little ambiguous about it because you asked me 2 different questions. So approach both of those. Like, no, the other family wasn't wrong. They weren't wrong. They were wrong for interrupting y'all's celebration. And I think they could have went about it a different way as far as asking these questions and getting to the bottom of the situation, but they weren't wrong for expressing how they felt about said phrase or word. You know, because you want to be able to say how you feel about, you know, if somebody cussing around your kids and you don't really want them words to be coming around your kids, you can ask somebody, like, hey, homie, just, you know, let's PG this convo a little bit. If, you know, my shorty right here, my kid right here, you know, let's PG this conversation a little bit. We had a situation where the same friend, Josh, we had a restaurant with his daughter, and it's a dude up in front twerking and doing the most. And Josh asked him nicely, hey, man, you know, it's kids here. There was another dude sitting next to him who had a kid there with him, too. And he was like, hey, man, it's kids here. Can you calm down? And he turned around and said, F them kids. What's going on, Jersey girl? He turned around and said, F them kids. And he almost got his head busted in because of his delivery. You know, we all done said F them kids at one point in our life. Anybody who been around kids, like, fuck them kids, you know? But exactly. Oh, hell no. Exactly. He almost got his head busted in that situation. You know? What's up, cool Millie, yo? You know, and that's the situation you got to ask yourself. Like, you got to look at the context of the situation. How do you go about? What's up, James Pitts? You ever had to help? What'd you say? You ever had to help your the YT guy fight other blacks at an HBCU? Ready to tell my story? Exactly. You had to help a white guy fight other black people at an HBCU. Did this? This same friend I speak of. You know, not much, sis. On here just talking about, is it okay for non-black friends to use the word nigga? So that was the topic of the day. And exactly, my friend over here on this other screen, who's on my Facebook feed, said, have you ever had to help a white guy fight other black dudes at an HBCU? What up, little cousin? Bolo World in the building. So that's the question you got to ask yourself. If this is okay in the verbiage of your friends, oh yeah, we all know who I'm talking about, who James had to help fight other people, you know, so it's like at a black college. That's the whole thing, like, so it's like you got to look at it in the way, like, because I got my ex roommate, right? One of my, used to be one of my best friends. We got out of high school together, came to college together, and we just started roaming in different circles, right? And so my circle was encompassed with my friend, that's over here on my Instagram line, Alan Viberson, right? So like, and when I got back with my roommate, he didn't really appreciate Alan Viberson using the verbiage like how we was all using the verbiage, right? But I had to explain to him, like, you don't understand the depth, like, and I get where you coming from, but you got to understand why it's all right with me. So don't try to tell me what I'm about to do with my words and my verbiage, stuff like that. Oh, yeah, it's Cody's alive in the hood near you. It's always a Cody in somebody's hood. And their nickname is probably White Boy. Their nickname is probably White Boy, Ghost, Milk. They got all kind of nicknames for white boys that grow up in the hood. You know what I mean? Kevin Jermaine, yep. You lived that scenario, Kevin Jermaine Sawyer. That's what I'm talking about. What'd you say, Patrice Duracell? No, it's not okay because you really don't know the true feelings amongst their self and family when they are alone. And that's a question you got to ask yourself, like, if they like that around they folks, or if you've been around they folks. Exactly. Another nickname for them is Powder. That's what I'm saying. We got friends. It's a Cody in everybody's neighborhood, And we all got a friend called White Boy. We all got a friend called Powder, a friend called Milk, a friend called Snow. All of us got a friend, and it's derogatory the names we call them, but they still rock with us. They talk with us, they hang with us, they chill with us. We fight together, we cry together, all of that. And to me, that takes the power away from other people trying to use the word. You understand? So that, again, that's an IMO situation, in my opinion. Because Cody within that group, they got a whole different context of what that word means to them. Because to some of them, Cody is they nigga. Like, they'll bust somebody's head for Cody. Exactly. See, James Lewis Pitts, he grew up with a dude named White Boy Nick, and he went to TSU with us, and he was from Memphis. If your name White Boy, you from Memphis, you from the hood regardless. Unless you in Germantown, you from the hood regardless. And it's all about respect. It is. Because the true ones that be on it and use it from time to time, they know when. And another nickname, White Chocolate, exactly that. They know when and when not to. You know what I mean? Like, just like us. We know when and when not to buck the system when it's around other people. Most of us, at least. What'd you say, Kevin? But say, hey, man, you still can't use that word, man. Hashtag IJS. And I get it. Like, hey, man, say, man. Exactly. He ain't pink, he pank. Exactly, pank. That's what I'm saying. These is real nicknames. You know what I'm saying? It is all about the respect factor, right? So let's reel it back in. Like, again, I'm always going to be on both shoulders when I'm out here, right? I don't ever want y'all to think I'm taking one side or the other, because I'm respectful of everybody who's sending the letter to me. And I'm respectful of everybody's opinion out here on the internet, out here and over the airwaves, stuff like that. Because y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but y'all right here with me on Juneteenth and Tennessee State University's birthday, and right here at Holla at the Homie, right? So, again, I'm going to give you Angel's Advocate and Devil's Advocate for those. What'd you say? The difference is nigga been in abuse in different way from White Boy and Powder, which is cool, and I get that. What's going on, NC Soldier? And it's cool, and I get that, It's all about it's subjective. It's subjective to your opinion and how you receive the word. So, like I say, like that group, that other family, if they came aggressively, they could have been, it could have probably gotten more answers out of it, and everybody could have came away from it with a better understanding if the approach would have been a little less aggressive. Oh, yeah, and I know Allen Iverson is your guy. I know he is. Who you with? You know what I'm saying? These people, again, you don't know people's back history. So however you receive it as somebody who it may offend, take into context about how, their story. Now, don't, by all means, you got to look at the situation. If somebody over there N-bomb dropping and nigga dropping, nigga, and they think it's cool and it's funny, then, they get what they get. They get what they get. I've seen people's jaw broken for less. I have. It just is what it is. But again, like if we learn to use our words, then the words that are used are way more powerful in any context. If we just learn to use our words. Nobody wants to talk anymore. Just like nobody, and if it gets down to it, nobody wants to just straight up fist fight anymore. Everybody wants to shoot and end everything. Everybody wants to kill the situation without talking through the situation. You ain't got to go to war. He said y'all want roar. Y'all got it backwards. Y'all should want raw. That's real spit. Y'all should want raw, not war, meaning y'all should want the rawest, purest form of getting to the bottom of things instead of going to war over it. That's my take on it, And as we getting closer to the end of today's episode, I thank all those who tuned in and tapped in, And that's what I'm about too, Patrice. We need to create more peace. Peace is that's why I'm a stoner. And that's what I'm saying, Al Rich. Al Rich said the funny thing is, if somebody asked him about Allen Iverson, he would say, "That's my nigga." If somebody be like, "What's up with blah 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 blah," he'd be like, "Oh, that's my nigga." You know what I mean? In general conversation, and Iverson don't even use it no more. But that's how we've been friends for decades. 3 of them, 30 years deep. We've been friends. Appreciate it, Kevin. Yeah, y'all speaking about the same one, James. The same homeboy. We all got him. That's Click. You know what I'm saying? Who you with? One Click, baby, But, and that we say, nigga, But, so in conclusion, neither side is wrong here, right? The other family was right for expressing how they feel about how them feeling uncomfortable and then giving the historical context of the word. But then the key is moving forward. Talking about the awareness, them W's, the awareness and the sensitivity. You know what I mean? So it's sensitivity involved in it all. Like, if that's the same as like, people don't use the F word anymore when talking about gay people. It's all about sensitivity and understanding the history behind the deprecation behind certain words. Words are powerful. Like I just said, when you use them, they can be used as your power instead of war type power, The goal is about having an understanding and the big word, respect. All right? Keep them letters coming in, y'all. Again, I appreciate it at all time. I appreciate them letters coming in because, again, y'all can write to anybody. Y'all could be writing to Dear Abby or something, but y'all writing to Holla at the Homie, and that's what I appreciate. All of us here at hot7025fm.com and right here in the Vegas Valley area, we appreciate y'all tuning in and tapping in with Holla at the Homie. Happy Juneteenth to all those out there celebrating. Salute to all those who didn't have to go to work today, but I'm about to head into the plantation in just a minute. About to go make them dollars. I'm going to use my Juneteenth sympathy today, be like, oh, I should be at home. I'm using it. It's my day today. But until next time, y'all, make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. So I appreciate all y'all who came and checked me out today. Until next time, I'm 360 the Poet. I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute, baby.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Kevin Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.